Okay, great question. Will it focus more on diet or mental health? Thank you, Sophia. Equally, across the board. Sorry for the sirens. Think of it as you've been saturated equally on every level. So this is why, and I'll just sort of, it's frustrated me for a long time in my work, actually, that, if someone would ask, like, what do you do? Or, it kind of, initially it's like, well, there's this physical cleansing thing that I do, and I teach people how to cleanse their bodies of the rubbish that keeps them, makes them sick and keeps them from being all they can be. But then it's more, because now I talk about it as soul restoration, because in order to restore our soul, which is the objective, in order to restore the soul, we have to remove all the stuff from all of these layers, all these areas. The mental cleansing, the dismantling of the programs, and the clearing of the conditionings, and all the saturation of the stuffing that we've been watching, that we've been hearing, that we've been exposed to in every level, the constant bombardment for decades upon decades. We have to remove that too in order to restore our soul light. So the physical cleansing gives us enormous energy. That energy is still infinite intelligence. In the heart, when you feel that energy, it's infinite intelligence. In the mind, when you feel that, and that can lead to genius, is infinite intelligence. So we have to do it all. And doing it simultaneously, doing it in concert, is actually, I believe, the most efficacious, actually the most logical way to do it, because it tells the whole system that this is what we're doing. Otherwise, it can be really incongruent. It can almost, be like, well, why am I, like, you might not think about this consciously, but the being somewhere it must be saying, why am I not doing this for the mind if I'm doing it for the body? So yeah, that's why it is all done in concert, simultaneously, with equal attention to all. So we'll focus at times on the heart clearing and cleansing and healing, and then we'll dip out of that a little bit to reestablish what needs to be consistently happening on the mental and physical fields, and then we'll focus on the mental for a while. We'll just keep braiding it together, because it has to land, and it has to be revisited, and that's why the 3 months is so important. We need to revisit concepts, and there are concepts that need to be, one's going to need to feel into several times before that clearing happens. And that we'll get into, of course, in the course. It's funny because we're going into Scorpio season, as my friend Marlena Torres reminds me, and she's going to be in the course, and she's going to be sharing her astrological insights as part of, her aspect, her contribution to the MasterMind. So that's going to be brilliant to get all that from her. But she was saying how brilliant it is to have this at the beginning of Scorpio season, because it's the release of these things. It's the release of that which we no longer need to carry into the future, so it's perfect. And there's just so much we're carrying that we don't need to carry anymore. And the more we learn how to put down that baggage, the better we get at it. And you'll get to the point where you put it down so easily, and you're like, well, what else can I put down? I've put down all of this. I'm ready for the next bit. And then you get lighter, but lighter doesn't mean, lighter is actually more profound. It's more soul. It's more soulful. It's more authentic energy. It's more infinite intelligence. It's not like you become light and I don't know, ditzy or disconnected, or you're actually more connected. It's you're more power, and power, of course, being infinite intelligence, not power over. I always want to clarify that, because people, when they hear power, the connotation of power can mean many different things to different people. But power, when I speak about power, I'm talking about the power of the source, of original creator, the original cause, that which is creates life.